Hello guys, and welcome to Spooky Stories with Everything April. Today I'm going to tell you about the creepy guy who stayed at a bed and breakfast. So, as I may have told some of you guys already, when I was really little, when I was like between the ages of being born and about 6 years old, I lived in a bed and breakfast with my parents. My parents owned the B&B. A B&B is kind of like a hotel, but not a hotel. It's hard to explain the difference. Anyway, so I lived there with my parents, and I must have been about 1 year old, and it was a normal day like any other. Apart from this guy came to stay in the B&B. He claimed to my parents that his family were on holiday in the area, and the place that they were staying was like a campsite, but of course he didn't have a caravan or anything, so he decided to stay in a B&B, which is fair enough, and that he'd be out most of the day hanging out with his family. So of course my parents believed that, and he was supposedly a really nice guy. Okay, I've heard this from my parents, so because of course I can't remember it, I was only like 1 year old, and he was supposedly a really nice guy. Okay, and he was smartly dressed, and he was quite old though. He was in like his 40s, and he was probably the nicest guy you could have met. Now then, I don't even know if I should be telling you guys this, like legally, but anyway. So he stayed at the B&B and he paid and everything was going well. But one day, alarm bells clicked in my mum's head when she went into his room while he was out to clean the place, because of course she used to clean the bedrooms and everything, and you know, like hoover up and things and change the bed sheets every couple of nights, so it's nice for the guests. And but when she went in, she saw lots of children's toys, which is a bit strange since it's just him staying on his own in the room. It's a bit weird that a 40-odd-year-old man has like Bratz dolls and Barbie dolls, and he also had like hair bobbles in there and things. But my mum just presumed that they were for a little child. Like, she presumed that since he had came away with his family, that had belonged to like one of his cousins or whatever, you know, a little niece that he may have. And he did actually say to my mum at some point, while he was out with his family, police knocked on the door at the B&B. My mum answered and asked what was wrong, and they sat her down and said, you know, is this man staying in your B&B? And my mum said yes. Why? What's wrong? Because he's such a nice guy. Who, you know, what could be possibly wrong? You know, is he hurt? Because, you know, surely he hasn't done anything wrong. He's such a nice person after all. And the police explained that if we told you what he's done, then you wouldn't want him in your house. So we suggest that we don't tell you for now, and that when he comes home tonight, then you must call the police straight away. Okay? You don't need to say anything on the call, you just need to call them and we'll come straight away. And then after we've arrested him, we will tell you what he's done. And my mum was like, yeah, sure, okay. Bit worried, bit panicky, but that's all fine. So she did as the police asked, and then when he came home that night, my mum ran into the kitchen away from him and rang the police. And then she walked into the living room, which was like opposite the road, and she could see the police cars coming from behind one of the houses across opposite the road, coming from behind the house all the way to ours, so they'd clearly been watching anyway. They'd already known that he was in the house. They were probably just waiting for her to ring to see if she'd do it or not. So anyway, and they came in and arrested him. And then a policeman came to take away all these things. And my mum asked one of the policemen what he did wrong, you know, because since he was staying in our house, she has the right to know. And basically, he was a child molester. He had been luring children out of schools, young children out of schools, and that's where all the toys and hair bubbles came from. And he'd been luring them out with toys and things, and done bad things to them, basically, as far as we're aware. So yeah, that's quite scary, and he was in my house. And of course, you don't really do security checks on people in hotels or B&Bs, do you? So how the hell were we supposed to know he was up to that? Of course, he couldn't learn me anywhere because I was like 1. Yeah, but it's still quite worrying, wasn't it? You know, we were sleeping in the house with him. Oh well. So of course, that's one of the reasons that we moved out of the B&B, because it worried my mum. So we sold up and moved out. So yeah. If you've liked watching this video and found it slightly interesting like I have, then please like the video and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It'd mean a lot to me. Comment below to what you think to the video and if you enjoyed it or not, because the comments mean so much to me. And if you want to help me out even more, it'd mean the world to me if you could share this video to social media sites like Facebook and Twitter. Seriously, right? If you share this video, it'd mean so much to me. And I know if you have or not, because it comes up in my notifications. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.